Hey guys, so a lot of y'all had questions about the CPA exam and wanted me to do a video on that process. So for the people that don't know, CPA stands for Certified Public Accountant. And in order to become a certified public accountant, you have to take an exam, which is 4 different exams to officially become certified. I just passed all 4 sections last month. So that's what this video is going to be focused on. I want to start off by saying that I did not major in accounting as my undergraduate major. I actually majored in economics. And I think what drew me to accounting was that it was a practical way to apply the skills I learned as an econ major into the real world. I felt like math was my strength. It's what I was good at and comfortable with. So I just wanted to find a way to apply math in a real world setting, which kind of like led me to sort of the accounting finance realm. I didn't take any accounting classes as an undergraduate. In order to become eligible to sit for the CPA exam, since I didn't major in accounting, I had to take 30 hours of accounting at my local community college here in Texas. So it took me about 3 years after I graduated to become eligible. And I was able to obtain a job at a public accounting firm without actually being certified in accounting. The fact that I was actually working towards getting the classes to become eligible for the exam, I think really helped me. I became eligible to sit for the accounting exam in January 2016, and that's also the same time that I started the Protective Style Challenge. Anybody who's ever heard about or knew somebody that studied for the exam knows it's one of the hardest things that they've done in their life. Like, it's definitely a study intensive exam. It's a lot of material. So the order that I decided to take the exams was kind of more towards the hardest, starting with the hardest part and ending with the easiest. So I took FAR first, which stands for Financial Accounting and Reporting. And then after that I took Audit, which is not necessarily harder, but some of the material is similar to FAR, so it just kind of made sense to move on to Audit. And then after that I took Regulation, which has a similar pass rate to FAR. And then after Regulation I took BEC last, which is supposedly the easiest exam. I think it has the highest pass rate. I didn't have to retake any of these exams also, so that was definitely a blessing. So studying wise, I studied when I would study on weekdays, which was pretty much every weekday. I would study 4 hours or more. Just after work, I'd get home at like 5 or 6 and just study all the way until I went to sleep. Yeah, it's a fun life. And then on weekends I would study 8+ hours, because of course I didn't have to go to work, so I had more time to study. I would say I studied maybe 4 to 3 months each for each section. I did take breaks after taking the exam, maybe like a week or 2. Let me just give y'all like a breakdown. So I started studying January 2016, and I took FAR, Financial Accounting and Reporting, in May. And then I took Audit in September. And then I took Regulation in January. And then I took Business, Environment, and Concepts, I don't know why I can't remember this, in March. So the quickest turnaround was probably when I took Regulation and BEC, pretty much 2 months apart. That definitely was a stressful time period, but I was trying to pass all sections before they made the big changes. Some of y'all may have already heard they're going to add more simulations to the exam, and I wanted to be done before that. Like, I wasn't going to mess with that. So my job provided Becker study materials for me to use, so that's what I decided to use. Becker study materials that I had, it was broken down into chapters. I'll spend about a week on each chapter going through the lectures, and then after that the study questions, that about like 100 questions or more for each chapter. So I spent about a week doing the lecture, which is just like you're watching a lecture on screen. I wasn't like going in the classroom or anything like that. I was watching it on my laptop, and then I do the questions. I spent about a week on each of those, and then I went back and did the questions again, just the questions as a follow-up, just to make sure I understood everything well. And I did this for each section of the exam. I did this for FAR, I did this for audit, regulation, all of them. I would go through the chapters and the study questions first, and then go back again and do the study questions again, probably like a week or two before the exam, to make sure I was solid in all that material. And then I also did 2 practice exams before taking the test. And even after all of that, I really didn't feel all that prepared. Like, I was very concerned that I wasn't going to pass. But I did pass. And I think that gave me confidence to kind of like continue on, because I think there was, for me, just uncertainty in whether I had studied hard enough. I think I pushed back the first exam that I took, the FAR section, like 2-3 times. And even then, on the 3rd time, I didn't feel like I was ready, but that was the last time period or date I could take the exam. I couldn't push it back anymore without having to wait another month. So I was like, it's either do or die time. I didn't have to retake any of these, guys. Like, I was one and done each time. So of course, passing all sections of the CPA exam, I did that last month. I still need to formally apply and become certified in order to officially have the CPA exam title. So I kind of briefly explained how I studied, which different study methods work best for other people. Some people may need to go watch a lecture or something like that, like in a classroom, in order to be focused on what they're doing. For me, I can deal with self-study. I like to go at my own pace. I feel like I was motivated on my own most of the time. Like, sometimes I just be like, I give up, I don't want to do this, but I kept going. It definitely was a lot of work, but I'm hoping that it will pay off in terms of advancement in the future. I'm glad it's over, as anybody would be. If y'all have any other questions, I feel like I'm not touching on everything that people would want to know. I'm just not sure what y'all want to know. I kind of covered sort of the questions y'all asked in a previous video. If y'all have any other video suggestions, feel free to leave those below. But thanks for watching. Bye!